Coverage of the Suzuki International Series is brought to you by Suzuki. The third and final round of the Suzuki International Series would once again be played out in front of a huge crowd of sun-baked bike fans around the infamous cemetery circuit at New Zealand's famous river city, Wanganui. At a circuit where the spectators can reach out and touch the riders, it was fitting that those same riders would salute their fans with a helmetless parade. Riders from all four corners of the globe and the best that New Zealand had to offer would test themselves around this 1.6-kilometre circuit, dotted with power poles, white lines, manhole covers and a railway track, as they had done for over 65 years. This is the cemetery circuit. The sidecars always provide plenty of action, and doing just that at Manfield's round 2 with Dan Jenkins, the swinger, and Dennis Charlotte. With the biggest field of international riders in the F1 and F2 chairs this season, there was no surprise that the standouts in round 1 at Taupo were Estelle LeBlond and Frank Clays.
Yes, we just discovered the track, and it's a beautiful track, very interesting to walk, technical and fast part, and that's good, yes.
It looked very smooth out there in that last one.
Yeah, it's very nice curves from longer to short, and yeah, it looks like a little bit more on road racing from long to short, and it's very fast, yeah, just what we like.
The French-Belgian pairing looked fast on their 600cc F2 rig, easily stretching away from their fellow F2 competitors.
But yeah, I was thinking also that they are very fast, but I not have always the time to looking behind me. Because, yeah, I don't really know what they doing or something. I really concentrate myself, and also I think Estelle also on what we see on the front of us.
Sadly, their luck ran out at round 2. Engine problems for their race motor and spare prevented them from shining at Circuit Chrysamen. After a red flag, race 1 of the sidecars had to be restarted, getting away best of all number 17 of Spike Taylor and Graham Wilkinson from Masterton. Chasing them, Barry Smith and Tracy Bryan on the 73 and Estelle LeBlond and Frank Clays on letter L. The Europeans all aggression, taking second spot from Smith and Bryan heading on to Taupo Quay on lap 1. Still aggressive as they came into the Robert Holden turn, clipping the inside curb, costing them momentum, and they slipped from challenging for the lead to third, and then compounded things by running wide at the trade zone corner. Whatever could go wrong did for the Europeans. For Blond and Clays, the rest of the race would be in catch-up mode. Checkered flag came out, it was the Barry and Tracy show, the past champions taking the win on their F2 machine. So this is race number 2 for the sidecars. Down on pole position, it is the letter L, and that is Estelle LeBlond and Frank Clays. Inside of them, number 17, that's Spike Taylor, past New Zealand champion. And on the inside, the 73 of Barry Smith and Tracy Bryan. Good start too from the 111 of Pete the Pirate Goodwin and Kendall Dunlop. In fact, they may slot into third place as they head down into Taupo Quay for the first of 6 times. So it is the L, Estelle LeBlond and Frank Clays. Plenty of experience in this European combination. Estelle from France, Frank from Belgium. Both of them raced extensively in the Isle of Man. 15 starts, 9 finishes for Estelle. Probably France's preeminent female sidecar rider. They're on F2 machines, 600cc machines, but still they bark through the corners, as you got good evidence of that through the trade zone corner. You ride here looking into the helmet of Frank Clays, the vastly experienced Frank Clays. It is Estelle LeBlond doing the driving. Second place, it would be the 73 of Tracy Bryan, swinging for Barry Smith, another combination that are past New Zealand champions, and these two starting to break away a little bit from the rig in third place. that would still be the 17, I think, of Spike Taylor and Graham Wilkinson. That's a brand new Windle for Taylor and Wilkinson. They debuted that at the Southern Classic meeting in Timaru just a few weeks ago. 111, Pete the Pirate, Goodwin and Kendall Dunlop now through in third place by the look of it. We're back on board here with the Europeans, and it is Barry Smith and Tracy Bryant getting a little bit closer this time round. Well, they were all aggression in the first race of the collegiate sidecars, and it cost them big time. They overshot the trade zone corner and had to play catch up from then on. They're in the front of this one though, and as we saw at Taupo in round one, this rig is so fast and this combination is so smooth, already you see them starting to pull away. There is Barry Smith and Tracy Bryan. 111, Pete Goodwin and Kendall Dunlop. Then it's Spike Taylor and Wilkinson. And then it would be the 83. You're riding on board here with Dennis Charlotte and Dan Jenkins. Dennis Charlotte's won just about every New Zealand title on two wheels. So a season ago, he decided he would try his hand at sidecar racing. Well, it's been a sometime pretty painful learning experience, but he's got the better of it now. The Mega Motorcycle Centre, LCR, Dennis Charlotte and Dan Jenkins heading under the Emmets Bridge up towards Robert Holden. They go, currently sitting in fourth place. Dennis says, as you would expect, it's a vastly different animal from all the two-wheeled machines he's ridden. He's a past 125 champion, Grand Prix champion. He's a past 600 sports production champion. He's a past superbike champion. He's won the F3s. He's won Pro Twins. He's won just about every title going in New Zealand. Estelle LeBlond and Frank Clays still in command of this one. And as we look behind to see the 73 just getting a little bit closer, not a good start for Barry Smith and Tracy Bryan at round one. They had contact on the long front straight at Taupo and resulted in quite a high-speed crash. And I know that Tracy was having a little bit of difficulty walking after that crash and then sitting down, even at round two at Manfield. They're contending in the F2 category. That's the 600cc machines. But the 111, currently on your screens at the moment, is a F1 machine, so a 1000cc machine. So too for Spike Taylor and Graham Wilkinson. So battles within battles here in the sidecars, brought to you by the Collegiate Hotel in Wanganui, the place where a lot of the teams stay each and every year here at the cemetery circuit. Pete the Pirate, as he is known, he always wears a bandana under his helmet, and Kendall Dunlop. Last year, Pete was with Louise Blythe. Louise is in this race, and she is swinging with Jeremy Joyce out of Australia. They're currently sitting in fifth or sixth place, I think, at the moment. Race leader out onto Taupo Key once again. The 73 may be getting a little bit closer, but the telephoto lens certainly foreshortening things. There is the 111. That's Pete the Pirate. Then it's Spike Taylor in fourth place. In behind them, it's the 83, Dennis Charlotte and Dan Jenkins. Dan Jenkins, a very accomplished rider on two wheels, as well as a pretty good swinger on three. And in behind them, it would be the J, and that's Jeremy Joyce and Louise Blythe. So this group's starting to tighten up just a little bit as the laps go down. Just 6 laps for the sidecars, remember. Dennis Charlotte over the Bridgestone Bridge and down the front straight once again. Into turn one, this is the Gilmore Homes corner. Down the visitwanganui.com straight and into the Mars Pet Care corner they go. These are the leaders though. Over the railway line they go, up through the Suzuki S's. Heading down towards the Versatile Building straight and then on to Robert Holden. And I don't know, my eyes might be deceiving me, but I think the 73 is just getting a little bit closer. Estelle LeBlanc told us she's absolutely loving her time in New Zealand, of course, experiencing a summer Christmas. Not quite summer back home in France. And look at the way Frank Pay's just working like a gymnast, just trying to keep the balance just absolutely dead right on the rig. Lap traffic coming up here. Is this going to play a part? No, they do the sensible thing and hold their line. And that is the M of Morgan and Dion Marshall. So the leader clears them. Oh, and Barry Smith and Tracy Bryan just struggle a little bit to get around them. And that's given a little bit of breathing space to the L of Estelle LeBlanc and Frank Clays. And you can see it for yourself as they head out of the Suzuki crossing once again. So the order at the moment, L, 73 and 17. And then it would be J and 83 by the look of it. This time as they head down into Robert Holden, the 73, breathing right down the neck of Frank Clays. You see it from the onboard. Looking behind at the New Zealand pairing, Barry Smith and Tracy Bryan. Tracy looking one way, then the other. Can they make the pass stick right around the outside as they head down the hooker curves and up onto the Bridgestone Bridge come the New Zealanders, past New Zealand champions this combination with the big LCR machine, and the leaders at the moment in the F2 competition after the bad luck that befell LeBlond and Clays. So laps to run here in the sidecars. Brought to you by Quality Inn Collegiate Hotel in Wanganui. 73 in the front now. Carl Cox Motorsport sponsored Barry Smith and Tracy Bryan. Tracy doing double duty here as well. She's also swinging with her brother in the classic sidecars. There is LeBlond and Clays. Bit of a gap back to the third place rig, the 17 of Spike Taylor and Graham Richardson. Leaders go through the Robert Holden turn, down the trade zone straight. Meantime, we're on board here with Dennis Charlotte in the Mega Motorcycle Centre LCR. This is a F1 rig. Just coming up onto the back of Morgan and Dion Marshall. And these guys are a lap down. So they do the sensible thing and just hold their line. It's up to Dennis to try and make the pass as they go through the hooker curves and up towards the Bridgestone Bridge, and they do so safely. So the Acer Man rig not having the best of times out there. White flag out, so checkered flag will be shown very shortly to our race leaders. And at this stage, it should be the 73, and there they are through the Suzuki crossing. So they're on their last lap. Doesn't take long to do 6 laps here on a sidecar, not when they're lapping around about the 54, 55 second mark. And that's exactly what Barry Smith and Tracy Bryan are doing on the Carl Cox Motorsport F2 machine. Remember, 600 cc's. F2 bikes limited to 600 cc machinery. And that's what they run at the Isle of Man. 73, Barry Smith and Tracy Bryan looking to put another win in the book here at Wanganui, the infamous cemetery circuit. There is the current rig in second spot, and that is the L of Estelle LeBlond and Frank Clays, and they're going to have to be content with second. Cross the line in third place. Looks like it'll be the 111 of the Pirate and Kendall Dunlop, and in fourth place it was Dennis Charlotte and Dan Jenkins. Fifth place goes to Jeremy Joyce and Louise Blythe, the Australian-New Zealand combination in fifth.
There is a lot of people here at this race come to watch, so that's very, very nice to see the children and all that on the track. That's good.
It's Barry, the goal was the F2 championship in the Suzuki series, and you've done that?
Yep, I'm really pleased to do that, especially on the little F2, as, especially here. It was the first time we've won as a team here, so really chuffed to win both races today. It was good.